Hey BC, Big Star 1000 with Revolutions. I'm going to get started pretty much straight away because I don't want to waste your time with some blah blah at the start. I have a very small pile of rejects from 1980. If you watch the Give Me 10 1980, I don't have this huge pile of rejects. I really have no time at the moment, and I'll just I had to be very selective. And then I have a few more other records that I played during this week that are not 1980. So from 1980, the records that I also considered were things like Metamatic by John Fox, which is a wonderful electronic record by the former leader of Ultravox. Amazing kind of Kraftwerk-esque album, well worth seeking out. It's an excellent record on Virgin Records. An album that John, 6-inch pianist, mentioned sound effects by the Jam, which is probably my favorite Jam album. He was saying that too, and I would agree with that statement. A great Jam, Pretty Green, Monday. That's Start. That's entertainment. That's entertainment. I think is a song that I first heard from the Jam, very first song, and on a similar kind of line, UK classic UK record from 1980. I would play this record, Dexys Midnight Runners, their debut album, Searching for the Young Soul Rebels. Wonderful soul, British soul record. Really not to be missed. An excellent piece of music. Burn It Down. If you wanna sample this record, Burn It Down is fantastic. Just in the same way as the Specials fused ska into their brand of sort of post-punk, punk. These guys fuse soul music into, and don't think of Dexys Midnight Runners, Come Eileen, because that's just not the same band at all, really, what they're doing. Couple of American records, classic, key American records from 1980. The songs, the Lord Taught Us by the Cramps. Fantastic rock, sort of rockabilly infused records. I was a teenage werewolf. Sunglasses at dark, in the dark. What's it called? Sunglasses After Dark. Yes. Mystery Plane, Zombie Dance, cover of Fever, Strychnine. What a classic record. Lux Interior, Poison Ivy, The Cramps. Great sort of punky rockabilly record. And here is a fantastic sort of abstract post-punk record, Tuxedo Moon, Half Mute, essential in my opinion, and almost made my top 10, almost, from San Francisco on RAF Records, like The Residents and many other bands, Snakefinger, and a couple of sort of untypical kind of records from 1980. This is Lloyd McNeil's Elegia. What a great record. This is like a funky, spiritual kind of jazz record, which I don't play enough, but I was playing this morning and it blew me away. Brilliant record. Lloyd McNeil, Elegia, with Dom Salvador on piano, Cecil McBee on bass, Nana Vasconcelos on percussion. Just gives you a bit of an idea of the lineup. And finally, the last 1980 record I want to show you is The Expanding Universe by Laurie Spiegel. Laura Spiegel, which is, this album is like a female equivalent of something like Terry Riley. You know, very minimal sort of synth, just most excellent. And speaking of minimal piano synth, I've been playing a little bit of this over the past few days. This is the Sunbear Concerts piano solo. Fantastic. This is a set that was released on ECM in 1978, and basically is Keith Jarrett on the piano touring Japan. He went to Kyoto, Osaka, Nagoya, Tokyo, Sapporo, and all the encores. Fantastic, really an amazing box set, which can get pricey, but you can still score this for an okay sort of a price. Keith Jarrett, that's what I've been playing. The CDs themselves are not really that interesting to look at. They're all sort of white like this. The Sunbear Concerts. If you like solo piano, magical. On a completely different tangent, I was playing Burning yesterday by the Whales, one of my favorite Marley records, with the great Burning and Looting, which is a superb song. Opens one of my favorite films, La Haine, which is a French movie, and the first song is Burning Looting. Just earlier this afternoon, I was playing War of the Gods by Billy Paul, a slice of psychedelic soul from Philadelphia. Again, an excellent record, highly recommended. The first three Billy Paul records are great. And since I'm talking about psychedelic soul, I can segue into Demon Fuzz, Africa. Africa with its, you know, amazing sleeve. This will probably be the thumbnail of this video. So cool. And yeah, progressive funk by some, you know, Afro-Caribbean expats to London. Great record. Here is, well, there's a few jazz records I want to show you there. This is a French jazz player, Florent Pellissier, and this record is called Biche Bleue. This came out in 2013, I think, on Heavenly Sweetness, a Parisian label. Really cool modal post-bop kind of spiritual jazz, French and contemporary kind of thing. If things like Jeff Gilson is your thing, or you know, a little bit of Coltrane, later Coltrane is your thing, this is great. This is kind of Parisian jazz, modern Parisian jazz. I was playing Bowl of Eyes by Placebo. Now I have to say, a lot of people rate this as their favorite Placebo, and I wholeheartedly disagree. I think it's got the best Placebo cover, in my opinion. The vocals kind of kill it for me. There's vocals on it. This Placebo 1973 is just keeps the funk down to its basics. I don't know. I like this record. I really like it, but it's not my favorite of Placebo. Placebo, Belgian band from Brussels, led by Marc Moulin. In case you don't know, European funk. Here is an absolute masterpiece of experimental big band jazz. Marvin Hannibal Peterson with the Sunrise Orchestra on MPS. This is a smoking record, an absolutely smoking record. Hannibal, yeah, recorded in 1975, I think. Hannibal Marvin Peterson plays the trumpet, as you can see. Just a scorching record. Very highly recommended. And then on a completely different level, I was playing the first Velvet Underground records. Why not? Velvet Underground and Nico. I don't need to talk about this very much. I think people know. On Saturday I stopped by one of my favorite record stores in Melbourne, Licorice Pie, which is a vinyl only institution, and I had a couple of hours to kill, and I sampled a lot of records. They've got a turntable, and I came up with 4 records in my hand. Nothing extraordinary, but I go to a shop like this, I just got to get something, if only to support the shop itself, if only to, so what did I get at Licorice Pie? I got a nice copy of Adventures in Paradise by Minnie Riperton, because I have quite a few Minnie Riperton records, but I never had this one, and it's wonderful. It's a great record, and there's a great story about the line. If you YouTube Minnie Riperton line, she got attacked by the lion, but not this one actually. This is the photo shoot for the cover, and she did another promotional video, and another lion was used and jumped on her. It's quite something. Minnie Riperton, wonderful soul singer. I found a really cheap copy of this progressive electronic record, Michael Hoenick, Departure from the Northern Wasteland, which is a promo copy. Wonderful sort of Tangerine Dream-esque record made by an American, I think it's an American record, 1977. And this is a record that's been on my radar for many years, but I never found a copy in the wild until Saturday. And there was one there, $10. How can you pass it up? Very cool. This I kind of have on CD, but it was cheap, very cheap, and I like the music, very minimal music. The Penguin Cafe, the first album, which came out on Obscure, the Brian Eno label, produced by Brian Eno too, and this is a reissue on EG. I really like this. It's very minimal, sort of lots of violins and bells and whistles and very strange instruments. Just lovely music. And finally, the last record I bought at the shop is Les Masques Brazilian Sound. This is a French pop record from 1968, I think, and it was a fusion of Brazilian music and French pop. Les Masques with the trio Camara. This is the and a good segue. This is not a new record. This is a record that I've had for years. Polnareff. This is one of the top 10 French pop, French 60s pop, 70s progressive pop records of all time. Buy with confidence. It's an amazing record. This guy, Michel Polnareff, a superstar in France, really. But this is by far his best record, really. And if you like progressive pop, you're in for a treat. I played, let's try to keep this to 15 minutes if we can. I played Ghost Town by The Special, one of my favorite songs in the world. This stands looking like a ghost town. Coventry, apparently. I played the very first EP by the Pixies, Come On Pilgrim, which is like the first 9 songs that they released on the purple tape, including Vamos and Levitate Me and Caribou, the holiday song, Nimrod Sun. Classic record. Also pulled out Electronic Meditation by Tangerine Dream. Fantastic electronic records. One of their early records. Brilliant. A couple more. 2 more. There you go. 2 more for you. always listening to Brian Eno more and more. Brian Eno, Here Come the Warm Jets. Love this album, and at the moment I'm really digging Back in Judy's Jungle for some reason. It's just such a great song. And this masterpiece, Tortoise TNT. If you never heard Tortoise, they're a post-rock band from Chicago. And this is their finest record, undoubtedly. Well, actually this or Millions Living Now Will Never Die. This is fantastic. What a great record. And the first and second side of this are just to die for. Mixing sort of spaghetti western music, electronics, crowd rock, jazz, all fused into one seamless package. And here are a couple of CDs that I played this week. Throbbing Gristle, 20 Jazz Funk Greats. Another Eno Records, the Eno Burn collaboration. Everything That Happens Will Happen Today from 2008. Really, really nice records. Spleen and Ideal by Dead Can Dance. Again, gothic music. And I think I'll stop here because that's enough for me. I hope you enjoyed this VC, and if you didn't, doesn't matter. It's free.